And usually about now when I call for stations and I don't hear anything, I'm thinking about maybe the antenna that I'm listening for is not maybe radiating the best, so I have another time for a thrilling edition of Adventures in Radioland. This segment, Antennas That Work. Well, after 6 years and over 2,700 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings, we've worked our way down to those that can really use our help, folks that are running with bad antennas. That is precisely why many months ago, in addition to my local receiver, I started using 4 geographically chosen internet SDR receivers. So I know that when my local receiver and all 4 of my SDR receivers are receiving a signal poorly, there are probable antenna issues involved, because I believe a 100-watt transmitter operating generally in the eastern part of the United States should be at least an S5 to S9 somewhere. If you're an S1 everywhere, you're not getting out. Let me repeat that. If you're an S1 everywhere, you're not getting out. So while I can technically set up your transmitter for optimal performance, if you are operating with a poor antenna, you will not be getting out well. And radio antenna tuners do not really solve the problem, they only mask the problem so the radio will operate correctly. A bad antenna is still a bad antenna. So now you're on the air with a bad antenna. But the real name of the game is ERP over ADI. How well do you bring your effective radiated power over your area of dominant influence? Which is just a way of asking the question, how well are you getting out into the area that you wish to be heard? Now you can blame poor propagation till the cows come home, but if you're an S1 everywhere, you're not getting out. I propose a change in your life, a great answer to an amateur's worst problem. It is the antenna we've been using over the past 6 years here on Friday afternoons for our Qso-Vlog network. It is the resonant-tuned, no SWR, specifically oriented dipole antenna. Yes, it's a dipole antenna, but a resonant-tuned dipole antenna. Look, Ma, no antenna tuner. Because they are tuned, they have no SWR to deal with, so you're straight out of your radio, fire to the wire. No conversion loss antenna tuner to deal with. Your max fire to the wire. So if you want to get out, get yourself on the air with a resonant-tuned, no SWR, specially oriented dipole antenna. It would be one of the greatest gifts you could give your station operation. And no, we don't sell them, but you can Google plans for them for free, and they are easy to build. And I hope this talk about resonant-tuned, no SWR, specifically oriented dipole antennas will at least stir up some interest in building new, more efficient antennas. Well, there you go. And you know, we mentioned specially oriented because the dipole antennas are somewhat directional. Usually the radiation curve is broadside to the line. So, you know, if you have it running east and west, you're transmitting north and south. And if you're, it's strung out north and south, you'll be radiating east and west. So, and then if you were to do 2 of them with the AB switch, you'd have it covered pretty well. So there you go. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.